Hi, I'm Zach,
And I'm Noah.
and we're reviewing Titans Episode 3 Origins. So basically, I don't know, you want to sum up the episode?
Sure, a quick rundown of the episode is Raven. What previously happened on the other episode is Raven is with, or you don't, that hasn't. Raven gets taken by the family, and then,
That was the last episode.
yeah, Dove gets thrown off the building, gets injured, and Hawk, where it starts in this episode is Hawk is in the hospital with Dove. Robin then goes to search for Raven. Starfire finds Raven, kills the father of the family, and then tries to figure out the past of who she is, as well as trying to find out what Raven, whoever Raven is. Neither one really knows.
They're just looking for answers.
Who they are.
She's
Yeah,
got
looking
that
for
key.
answers.
Okay, they end up at that monastery or whatever with the nuns, who are slightly evil.
I don't think they're evil.
I mean, well, yeah,
We'll
they think
we'll
they're
get to
okay.
that, yeah.
Well, let's just start then.
I would say this is the weakest episode so far in the series.
It's kind of a filler episode.
Yeah.
It's setting up things and dealing with things in the previous episode, so it's just kind of an in-betweener.
And Starfire's not growing on me at all.
It's because she's not Starfire.
But no, if they could have changed her up and still been likable,
Right.
I could have gotten into it.
I mean...
So far, I feel bad for most of the people she attacks and kills. Like, the first episode,
I don't know.
the dude obviously really fell for her, and she shows no caring for the dude, and they don't show me that he's a bad guy. She just burns him to a crisp and then makes a joke. Made me real feel bad for him in the first episode. And then this one, there's a jerk in a diner, and then she puts a fork through his hand, beats up a bunch of his compadres.
I don't have no problem with that. He was a jerk.
He was a jerk, but he didn't deserve the punishment that she gave
No,
him.
they were basically implying he's a stalker. He's like, you need to be answering all my texts and like.
Yeah, I guess. I
Boyfriend
felt,
who wouldn't go
I felt
away.
it was just thrown in for her to beat up more people.
Mm-hmm.
It,
Pretty much. It's no. What else happens in this episode? There's like it's.
Yeah. Plus she
somewhere.
beats up cops at the beginning, but she takes it too far in the fact of the last cop that she could have just knocked out. She breaks his arm for no reason. It's like stuff like that. It's just like, why is she doing this?
Now that I would just say is because I think for this show they're trying to be hardcore. That's why Robin says the F Batman line and all that. And it's because they're trying to be hardcore. So they're like, let's break somebody's arm. But they do it at points that it doesn't make
sense. Yeah.
Like
when Robin's beating up bad guys, breaking their arms and stuff, that makes sense. They're the bad guys. Robin's a good guy. If I'm supposed to like Starfire as a good guy, she's doing bad guy things, in my opinion. She's not a nice person. She doesn't have to be nice, but she's not an interesting person.
I think she's interesting. It's just not Starfire. I think I said in other ones where you just kind of have to take it as an Elseworlds,
which is fine because Robin is very different.
Robin is different.
Raven
different.
Raven is one of the other characters I don't really care for either.
Starfire is the most different though.
Yes, Starfire is my least favorite character.
But talking about this episode anyway, nothing really stuck out to you.
The stuff they do with Raven has never really worked for me in the show. Like the whole other voice in her head that's talking to her. I just don't think it's very well done on how they do it. Like in this one, at the end of the episode, it's basically filler. There's not much actual.
It's just setting right. Yeah.
I really like the family.
The nuclear family.
The nuclear family. That's really entertaining. They're not in this episode very much, which was unfortunate, but I'm sure they'll be in it more.
That's probably a highlight for me too. Like when they go into this building to talk with the big boss who's like trying to get a hold of.
They think they're gonna get killed
of Raven, and even before that, they know they're gonna get killed. There's an old woman who greets him at an elevator and gives him butterscotch candies,
and you know something's up.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so this is she's part of the the program or whatever. But then later on, when the guy gives him the second chance, he's like, you don't want to eat those butterscotches.
Yeah, and I like how they go from they're just dreading the moment to when they realize they're gonna be okay. They go back to being the happy family.
You're getting a new dad.
Yeah. Like they don't care that the father before just got like burned to a crisp. But
I mean,
yeah, I'm there's a lot of things I'm interested about the show, seeing where they go with it and stuff. But
that's kind of
Yeah.
what got me, because I've seen the whole thing before, but yeah, it was just kind of, I wanted to see where it was going.
mhm.
And I do like the Robin, but it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just so
There's
different.
a lot of things I want to see
Yeah.
in this show. Like I'm curious to see what they do with it.
I feel like this show could be great.
But like yeah,
It's just not
and
yet.
plus if you don't have the CGI, there's some hideous CGI in this show. Don't show it. Like
I
there's
mean, it's
there's a
TV.
tree. Have a
It's-
kid jump into a tree. That seems like
Oh,
something.
they couldn't have a kid do that. He was,
Don't have to be a kid. Have a body double.
No, I mean, like, what he was doing.
It was.
It would
hideous.
not have to be a tree.
It was non-coherent
He
too.
did, like, gymnastics
Yeah.
around it, and then flip, and then bam, and then...
Yeah, there was. Yeah, if you can't do it,
It was
don't do
basically Dick Grayson doing some,
Mhm.
flying Graysons,
Mhm.
circus
Do you
moves.
think any of the? All right, there's some sequences in this episode where they do like flashbacks to where
Oh, yeah.
Robin is becoming like he's.
But you can't show Batman, so they, like, have him write a letter, and then he...
Yeah, he's in the background.
He's, like, in the background reading...
Yeah,
I can't say anything because we don't have a Batman cast.
yeah. Did they not have a Batman cast?
No.
Was that the? But he shows up later in the show, right?
We will not talk about that till we get there.
Okay. I have not seen the show yet, so I'm going in not knowing much about this. I do know something about the future, but
Oh, you do?
I know Batman shows up.
Oh, well, you saw the trailer, but you don't know any of the context or
No,
what's
I
going
don't.
on.
But I know he's more brutal than Robin, apparently. And
Yeah.
Robin's pretty brutal, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Batman. But do you think that was, like, necessary,
What?
the flashbacks? Like, I don't know if they really added anything to the actual episode.
Not for... We already know his backstory, so I don't really think that's necessary. But I don't know if it's for people who don't know Dick Grayson. I don't know. I don't know anymore when they do these flashbacks and it's like they show us backstory that we've seen a bunch of times before.
Oh, so kind of because we already know the characters,
Yeah.
so it's kind of just like...
It's just kind
Not
of
really
more
no-
like, this
nothing
is
new,
Robin, but he's not Robin anymore. Which,
Mhm.
they kind of already explained.
Mhm.
But
I thought it was odd that they're going from just the perspective of
actually,
Dick Grayson talking to the counselor and not having any interactions with Bruce Wayne.
you know what? Now
It was very odd.
It's got to be set up. It is set up for that towards the end of this season, and I'm sure for future season
Okay.
episodes. Because a lot of it, like he has been talking about his, he quit. Being Robin because Batman was too brutal, which is Bruce Wayne, so it's like, it's like basically setting that up, they're kind of a thing, and then I'm sure they're going to deal with that later, like it's going to come to a head at some point. But
Yeah, it's so far 3 episodes in. It's not an amazing show. Has good action, and I'm interested. I'm basically just interested to see where it goes. Yeah.
I'm telling you, all the episodes that are not about the Titans are my
So far
favorite
the,
episodes.
Yeah, so far the best episode is episode 2,
Hawk
and
and
it's about
Dove.
Hawk and Dove. Like they were the most interesting thing about the show so far, and the funnest to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of the other characters they're bringing in later in the show.
Mhm.
So I'll be interested to see where it goes. But basically, the 3rd episode's a filler episode, and not much happens.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, though, it ends with the nuns. All right, the nuns. I don't think they're bad guys as much as they
They
sedate.
think they're stopping evil.
They sedate Raven and put her into a room and lock her in it, and they say they're doing it for her own safety and
And the safety
the safety of everyone else. I think they're doing it to stop evil. I don't see them really as bad guys.
Sure, but they're doing an evil thing.
I don't know if someone was
Locking up some poor girl. You're making her evil.
No, yeah.
So no, that's the stupidest
But yeah,
thing to
she
do,
freaks
you idiot
out
nuns.
because she's locked
Shame
up.
on you.
Because she is locked up, she freaks out, and then the other voice in her head that is kind of annoying. I don't enjoy any of the stuff they do with that.
I mean, I feel like it's going somewhere.
But it could be done better. I think is the problem. It's done very poorly. But yeah, the ends with her freaking out. The voice takes her over, and she escapes.
Also worth noting is Beast Boy. Raven meets Beast Boy in this
Mhm.
episode.
Mhm.
So they've set that up, and yeah, for the next episode. So.
They're all about to be together. It seems like.
So overall, yeah,
Mhm.
it's just yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing special episode, but it does. I'm still interested to see where it goes.
Yeah, for the main plot.
Does that look like a long bridge?